Hey everyone, so I wanted to make a quick video and talk to my fellow introverts about how it's possible to be successful in network marketing and be an introvert at the same time. So, a little background information on who I am. My name is Megan McGuire and I'm currently a diamond with It Works Global. If any of you have heard any of the conference calls that Amber Tishio, a triple diamond, has done for her team, you'll know that I am the sister who pretty seriously said that I would rather die than join It Works. That was because I am extremely introverted and I knew myself, and I just didn't think that this would work for me. I knew it would work for her, but I didn't think it would work for me. I'm here to tell you that it does work for introverts though. I am currently a diamond. I got my $20,000 good bonus. I'm about to promote to double diamond this month, and I'm currently charting triple. So trust me when I say that it does work and it is possible for introverts to be successful. So I wanted to touch on a couple different points on how that is possible, and I have my note sheet here, so if I look down, that's what I'm doing to make sure that this video is comprehensive for everyone. So the first thing that I wanted to touch on is what the difference is between introverts and extroverts. So it doesn't necessarily have anything to do with how shy someone is or not. It has to do with how we recharge our batteries. So like our emotional batteries, where do we get our energy from? So extroverts get their energy from talking with other people. So it makes sense that they would thrive in a network marketing situation. But introverts get their energy from being alone, spending that time with themselves to recharge their batteries. So sometimes it seems like, it wouldn't really be possible for introverts, but that's just not the case these days. So the first thing that I want to tell you, introverts, is to completely let go of all of the fears that you have and all of the hesitations, all of your reservations, any preconceived notions of why this can't work for you, or what you're not capable of or what you are capable of. I just want you to let go of all of those ideas. Just completely let go of them and make yourself open and available to the process, because you'll find that once you start doing things that are a little bit uncomfortable for you, they'll become more and more comfortable as time goes on and as you keep doing them, so that you're actually stretching yourself and growing. And I've grown significantly through joining It Works, becoming a leader, becoming successful at this, and I can personally say that I've changed, significantly. I'm still an introvert, extremely. I wouldn't consider myself an extroverted person at all. But those things that I didn't think that I could do at all are now part of my regular lifestyle, and they're not painful for me. So make yourself available to growing, and you'll find yourself actually growing. That's not to say that we want you to forget who you are. We do want you to remember who you are as a person, but I personally believe that network marketing right now is really a world for introverts because of social media and because of the internet. You don't have to be an extremely extroverted person to succeed anymore. We have the same tools that everyone else has, and one of them happens to be the internet, and that means we don't have to do face-to-face time all the time. So use the internet to your advantage. Use social media the way we train you, and use it well, and it will be an amazing tool for you. I would say that probably 90 or more % of my business comes from social media. And that means that most of the people that join my team, I have never met face-to-face. I've never had a full-on conversation with them outside of messaging most of the time. There's only been a few cases where I've actually talked to someone on the phone. So, social media is a huge avenue for us introverts to do really well. And one of the things that I would say that really helps me with social media is copy and paste. So everyone is able to make a really good little blurb, save it in the notes section of your phone, you know, the typical things that people ask or your typical responses. Throw in a bunch of exclamation marks and smiley faces and hearts and show your excitement, and copy and paste it, and paste it, copy it and paste it for everyone, so that you're not investing that emotional time into creating something new every time you're talking to someone. So copy and paste will be like your biggest friend. Also, one of our strengths as introverts is to be able to listen to people. And that is really huge when you're talking to potentials, because you can cater your responses to what it is that they need. So when you're talking about the business opportunity, you're not going to be blabbing everything and overwhelming them. You're going to be listening to what it is that they specifically need. Are they a mom that wants to stay home? Well, you talk about that opportunity. You know, are they drowning in debt? Well, you talk about the good bonuses and things like that. So you have to cater your responses and let them guide the conversation. And usually introverts are really good at being able to do that, because we're not going to talk their head off. We're going to let them talk to us. So that's actually a strength that we have that you should definitely play up on. Let's see. Also, don't over-invest yourself into people who are not running with you. Once you sign distributors, you sign them, you get them trained, and usually that only takes a small amount of time, and then you're there to answer their questions. But I would say run with your runners. I know that's very popular to say, but it's really, really important for introverts to stick to that theory. You need to only run with your runners. If you invest a lot of emotional time into people who don't want this and are not going to go after it, then you're just going to exhaust yourself and wear yourself down, and it's just not necessary, because nothing that you can do will change their mind. They have to want this for themselves. You can't want this for them. So make sure that you're only emotionally investing, you know, in your brand new people to get them trained, which would only take about a week or two, at most a month, and then just address those who have questions for you. Don't follow up with people who are not interested in working. And also encourage your team to learn how to get answers for themselves. As leaders, we should be, leading from the front and leading by example and being the distributor that we want to have on our team and showing that example. But it's not our job as leaders to answer every single question. So you need to empower your team to learn how to find those answers themselves through, looking through Rep and World Team, looking through eSuite, looking through All Things Are Possible. They should be able to find all of the answers themselves. So if you find yourself answering every single little question, you're going to find yourself exhausted and you're not going to have the time to find your own potentials. So make sure that you do a little self-preservation in that aspect. Also, I would say try to incorporate your business into your everyday life so that you don't feel like you're, overextending yourself. I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I do this full time, and I post and talk to people through direct messages and Facebook Messenger while I'm doing whatever it would be that I would be doing without the business. So it's not like I do it all the time, but I'm still playing with my son at the same time, or I'm still cooking dinner. So I don't feel like I'm overextending myself in that way because I'm incorporating it into what I would be doing on a regular basis, and that helps me. Also, make sure as an introvert that you are not getting burnt out. If you get burnt out, it's going to be really hard for you to recover, and it will take a long time. So make sure you're paying attention to your own warning signs of being burnt out, and make sure that you take care of yourself a little bit. So we want you to be running to ambassador as hard and as fast as you possibly can, because you just need to get to ambassador and you don't want to take your time getting there. But at the same time, you're not going to be doing yourself any favors if you're not taking care of yourself. So I got pretty close to being burnt out because I wasn't paying attention to the warning signs and I was just running as hard as I possibly could. And I wasn't taking time out for myself. So I started realizing that I was shying away from answering questions. I was avoiding people who were interested. I was waiting, an hour or two to respond to people who were interested in the products. And that didn't do anything positive for my business. And it really brought me down emotionally until I realized that, what I was doing was trying really hard to recharge my own batteries because I hadn't done that in such a long time. So make sure as an introvert, you're setting aside that time for yourself that you need to recharge those batteries so that you can stay sharp and you can stay interested and you can stay dedicated to getting to ambassador as fast as you can. So, whatever it is that you have to do, take some time out, every evening after your kids go to bed, 10 minutes to read a book, read a leadership book, whatever it is that you can do to recharge those batteries, that's really, really important. And really only invest your time outside of that in income producing activities so that you don't get, exhausted by the whole process. So that's pretty much it. So I want everyone to go out there, stretch yourself, be strong, be brave, be willing to, go after ambassador, and I will see you at the top.